Hey man, how's it going? Heck yeah, I seen Belle Delphine's new video flipping. It's all over the internet, you know. I'm sorry, mate. I had a couple flipping zombies break through. I had to take care of that. But anyways, back to Belle Delphine. Howdy guys, how's it going? So it is finally time. You know, I said this was going to happen 2 weeks after the outside the waistband holster review, but I wanted to make sure I gave it plenty of time to use this day to day, and I've been carrying this here inside the waistband Bravo Concealment Torsion 3.0 holster now for right at a month every day, and let me tell you, I've been loving every second of this holster right here. Has I can't believe how comfortable it is. See, originally when I got this, I'd kind of considered the fact that I was going to be going with appendix carry, even though this is a you know, a Glock 17 Gen 4, so a full frame large handgun. But I actually ended up going with what is you know, it's still, you know, inside the waistband obviously, because that's all this holster is designed to run. But it's just tucked right in the inside around my, like the back of my waist, and then I just have the front clip right to the left of this belt loop, which is normally rest right around where your hip bone's at. And from that right there, where the 3.0 holster has like about a 10-degree cant forward, whenever you take and hold it, like whenever you have it holstered on your back, it hugs right up against your lower back, at least with my body weight. And like I said, I'm 140 pounds, 5'10", my waistline's 30 inches. And it's extremely comfortable. Riding in a car, like I said, I'm sure I included at least one clip right there at the beginning where, you know, I'm sitting down in this chair and I have no problem reaching back and clearing it. And it holds it very well. I actually, just like with my outside the waistband Bravo Concealment holster, I have it down on the lowest tension setting. Just because I've found between rolling around, doing handstands, you know, jumping, running, jumping jacks, everything, I've not had either one of those have the handgun come loose, come out, or noticed where anything would be dangerous by, you know, carrying it in that configuration with it being on the lowest tension setting. But you know, everybody's situation and uses are going to be different. Now the one thing that I haven't decided on what to do yet with my inside the waistband carry, which is pretty much my EDC now, during the fall and winter I am going to use the outside the waistband primarily, just because it's easier to access. And you know, in the fall and winter, at least here, pretty much always wearing, you know, a hoodie, flannel shirt, a jacket, you know, whatever. So that makes the outside the waistband more of an option for where I live. But you know, if you live in a hotter area, then you're going to be pretty much limited to something like this. And right now, let me tell you, it is hot. It is so, like, normally right now I'd be just curled up in my little cave where my computer and everything is, playing video games, because it's like 93 degrees, which for me is way too hot. So I'm rocking, you know, the tiger and flower print shirt, being all manly with it, and just getting out here and practicing and training a little bit, which like I said, I normally do in the evenings. But I wanted to make sure that this video was going to be up by this evening. So that's what we're doing. I mean, there's not a whole lot more I can really touch on with this holster. Other than just, you know, I want to shoot some more for you guys so you guys can see it in action. You know, there's a lot more really detailed reviews out there on the internet covering this, along with the outside the waistband. So I just really wanted to share kind of my experience with it so far. Like I said, I'm only a month in, so things could go wrong. I'm just trying to find, you know, a mag carry option. I think I'm going to go with a pocket mag clip. Because, like, you know, during the fall and winter, like I said, having something on my hip would be more of an, you know, an actual option, since I'm going to have something to cover it. But for summertime usage, having a magazine right here on the left side of your hip, just, I don't know, it sticks out. It's pretty obvious. It's pretty noticeable. So I think the pocket clip's what I'm going to go with. And actually, since that in the very first video where I was showcasing, you know, the outside the waistband holster and the double magazine holster that they have, the very thing that I said was going to happen with that dual magazine holster did happen. And one of the screws in the spring come loose off the retention system. So I'm going to email Bravo Concealment and see if they will send me just another. I found the screw, but the spring and the nut is somewhere in this grass out here, and I figured that's going to happen. And I'm going to try to come up with a better way. I think I'm just going to go back to using the original dual mag holster holder that I already have, that's in flat dark earth. But I would like to order, I guess, another one in black. I had a lot of high hopes for the magazine pouch, but it's just something about the way these the G17 mags. I don't know if they're just slightly, you know, beefier than what that is, but that was the large dual mag holster, but it didn't hold up. And I mean, the holster itself is fine, but like I said, that hardware come out, which having it any tighter than what I did, it was unusable. Like, I had to physically reach down and pull up with at least 3 fingers to get the magazines out if I didn't have it on its lowest retention setting. So, you know, in terms of something for every day, I guess it would be fine because it would hold it in place because it would have that retention against it. But just from practicing and drawing the mag out about 10 times caused it to come loose. So I don't really feel like that's that practical and useful. But once again, it's just my experience, and maybe with some different magazines or whatever, or maybe I've done something wrong. If I've done something wrong, then I'm more than happy to admit it. But from what I can tell, it just had to be on such a, it just had to be so loose in order for it to be functional that just within using it over a couple repetitions, it just come out. And you know, I guess if you was on like an indoor range or if you was somewhere else, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But you know, like this grass right here, if you drop anything in it, even if you drop a full magazine in it, it can be hard to find at times. So I always try to be careful, but finding that nut and that spring is just not an option with the way things are. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pop off you know, a couple little drills and exercises, nothing too long, right? You know, these videos right here ain't gonna be extremely lengthy, but once again, once fall and winter gets here, I do have a lot more stuff planned as for the, you know, the Pro Caliber HQ channel and this here shooting channel, and then we're still doing the daily uploads on the gaming channel. So let's get right back into it. Okay, so like now at the very beginning, you know, I opened up just with a couple I don't even know what I'm going to end up showing for it, but just a couple random drills on it. So now I'm going to step back and I'm going to try doing like a one-handed draw using my strong hand, which is my right hand. So we get everything covered up. And this is one I haven't really practiced that much, so like a lot of these are going to be relatively slow compared to my normal stuff because I am really still getting used to just having this holster in this here configuration. Okay, now I'm going to take a couple more practice draws and shots from a sitting position, because this is one that I've not really got to practice that much with using the inside the waistband. It's something I practiced a lot with using the outside the waistband. But you know, I mean, a lot of times you're going to be sitting rather in your car, you know, at the office, and you just whatever. You're going to be sitting. Everybody sits most of the time. You know, let's just look at it that way. And I mean, this right here is a, you know, the sides of this are open, but it actually kind of gives you more of a potential to snag on the draw up against this backside. And I've done, you know, dry fire drills a lot in a couple different chairs, including my gaming chair, the couch, a recliner, and a like a standard kitchen chair. And I really haven't had any issue. The main thing is just understanding, you know, your body style. Obviously, if you're a larger individual, it might be more difficult. But it's very easy as long as you just sweep down and then you lean forward slightly, then you can draw, bring it up, you go pop, pop, and you're good to go. So we're gonna try a couple of those while we're just sitting here chilling. You know, when you're taking you on your old cellular device, I can't even see it because the sun's reflecting off of it, and I've got insects having sex in front of my face right now. And they're having sex on my nose as well. They've penetrated my nose multiple times so far. So you over here, you're just texting away, you know, whoever it is you're talking to, then you just go boom, and 2 on target just like that. Okay, now like I said, I'm looking for a solid holster option, and what I think I'm going to end up doing is going with the pocket clip, which is, I mean, it's literally just like a regular a pocket clip that's like on a pocket knife, and then it has about a C-shaped magnet on it that is magnetized to the side of your magazine, just so your mag will fit in your pocket, similar to, like I said, how a pocket knife sits. So what I've been doing is, I mean, I normally just carry, like I said, my Glock 17 Gen 4 with just the one mag in it, and for regular concealed carry and for inside the waistband, for one, you're probably never even going to need, you know, the gun itself, so it's not that big of a deal. But if I was using it for, I don't know, just pick your application. and I just wanted to have an extra magazine with me and keep it low profile, then I think that'd be the way to go. So I have just tried, you know, carrying around a mag in the pocket, but it's still pretty cumbersome to get out without having something to, you know, to hold it in place and to keep some sort of rigid structure that you can get your hand down in to get the mag out. But I have, I just got 2 rounds left in the magazine that's in my pistol right now. So I'm going to try this, and it's probably not going to go very well, at least not very smooth or fast, but I just want to kind of get an idea for how it would feel, because like I said, I can always go with the single mag holder on the left side of my belt. I would prefer to have something lower profile, so we'll give it a go real quick. Okay, so you know what? That didn't go nearly as slow or as bad as I thought it would, but I would definitely prefer a faster option. But then again, anything can be fast if you get enough practice with it, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so now I'm going to kind of just give you a rear end view of, you know, how this holster functions and just how it looks to actually draw from it, because once again, just like up close visual here. So this holster sits in right here off of this belt loop over here to my right side where my hip is, and you can like put it wherever you want it. And originally I thought I would like it better if it was completely behind me, because it does kind of sit flatter when you're, you know, standing completely straight up, but it does actually protrude more out on this left side of your shirt as opposed to when you have it here, which, like, when you think about it in your head, or maybe depending on how it looks from that viewing angle, that might seem strange, but it's because they added this 10-degree cant to the, like, this 10-degree angle, 10-degree cant to the holster itself, which is like most inside the waistband holsters are straight. And since it has that forward cant on it, that makes that handle sit right up against the side of your back muscle right there. So it makes it very just streamlined even when you're turning. Actually, when you turn it, it draws the holster up into your back, so that kind of keeps it from protruding. Now, obviously, you know, if you bend straight over, then your shirt will pull up and things of that nature. But just in general, that right there is how it sits. So I'm just going to do a couple draws and pops on the targets right here. That way you can kind of see how it looks from the backward angle. Okay guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you enjoyed the review and everything. Like I said, feel free to give any feedback, any suggestions. If you happen to, you know, be using this holster or other holsters, you know, let me know what your experiences have been with them and the ones that you prefer. But yeah, look, as always guys, thanks for watching, and we're gonna end this one with the few shots that are left in the magazine. Then I'll give you guys a look at the holster. At the targets, you know, just the shots that we got on target, so you can have a look at that. I'm shooting a wee bit to the left today, but like I said, I'm still getting used to the draw on this, so like my initial like rounds on target are a little off, so just keep that in mind. But now we'll take a look at it.